My name is Kevin Costa. I was born on June 1st, 2001. I'm the youngest of three kids. From an early age, I've had to have a fighting spirit. When I was 2 months old, I got sick. They said it was meningitis. For 6 weeks, I was in and out of the hospital. The last hospital I went to was Children's Hospital Los Angeles. After that, I was fine for about a year and a half. When I was almost 2 years old, I wasn't speaking like the other kids my age. My mouth muscles did not work like they should. I was diagnosed with speech apraxia, which is a neurological childhood speech sound disorder in which the precision and consistency of movements underlying speech are impaired in the absence of neuromuscular deficits. The doctors and speech pathologists told my parents it was probably due to me being sick when I was a baby, as early childhood infection is one of the causes of this disorder. I had to go to speech therapy 3 times a week so I could learn how to speak and use my mouth muscles. I did this for a year. When I started school, I was shy. I was afraid to talk in class because I thought I sounded different. In second grade, one of the teachers noticed I was having trouble learning to read and falling behind in my classes. I started getting pulled out of my classes to be in small group reading and math instruction. They told my parents I was having trouble with comprehension and learning math, again, probably related to me being sick as an infant. I felt discouraged. This was a setback. I felt like I did not fit in with my friends. I started playing sports. I played sports for my school and for teams outside of school. I did well in sports. I didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to read. I just had to throw, catch, hit, shoot, and run. When I was in the third grade, the small group math teacher, who was also the student council moderator, asked me if I wanted to be on student council the next year. I told her it sounded like fun. I wanted to back out when I learned I had to give a speech in front of the whole school. She encouraged me to do it anyway. For the next 5 years at my school, I ran for a student council office, gave a speech, and was elected. When I was in the 8th grade, our student council group went to Children's Hospital Los Angeles to help with the orthopedic department's Christmas party. My mom reminded me of how amazing they were at this hospital when I was a sick baby. At the party, they put me in charge of teaching kids how to play video games. I was excited to do this until a little boy with one arm asked me to teach him how to play. I had to take a deep breath and try, despite not knowing how he would be able to do it. He adapted so fast to playing with one hand. That one moment made me realize that it isn't necessarily the adversity we have, it is how we fight through it. I thought my speech and comprehension problems were tough to overcome. This little boy has one arm and did not let that stop him. What an inspiration. I moved on to high school and have held an ASB office every year. I still have to make a speech in front of the whole school, and it still makes me very nervous. I continued to help at Children's Hospital Christmas party with the student council from my old school. After helping freshman year, I decided I needed to do more. For the past 2 years, I have held a sock drive for the patients and their families. I have donated hundreds of new socks that I have collected. This is a small thank you to the hospital that helped me years ago and children who continue to amaze me and teach me to keep pushing. Yes, I still have times when I have trouble finding the right words when I speak or have to read things several times to get the meaning. But I think of these kids and what they go through, and they are my motivation to keep on fighting through it. I have been called upon to give speeches at my sports banquets at school, which always makes me nervous. As a quarterback and captain on the football team, I have to depend on my communication skills to help the team. When I look back on how discouraged I was at times, I realize that my fighting spirit has brought me to where I am today. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. It is an honor to be nominated. I have never told my entire story before. It has been an interesting journey to relive everything that I have been through and to learn about myself. I have also learned about meningitis, speech apraxia, and delayed comprehension. It has also made me step out of my comfort zone. I took it as a personal challenge to narrate this video and include words that I don't often use. It's funny, I hardly ever think about the hours I spend learning to speak and the hours I spent in the small group classes. This video has given me the opportunity to appreciate the setbacks that I've encountered that ended up pushing me forward in life. I would love to have the chance to participate in the Battles Won Academy as a Semper Fidelis All-American. This experience would add to my already fierce determination to succeed. Thank you again.